Respectfully. Yo, what's going on? This is Aurie Styla, Respectfully Podcast. Trudge, how you doing?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
I'm all good. Before we get into anything, we're not actually sponsored by anybody, but we would like to give a few shout outs to people that we love to show love to. Firstly, Cracked, spelled CRKD. Shout out to Cracked. They create great cases for Nintendo Switch. It is, I think we're coming to the end of Black Friday and Cyber Mondays and all of that, but they may still have some deals going on there. If you go to crkd.gg, you can get yourself a dock for your Nintendo Switch. All you got to do is put it in the dock. It feels just like a Pro controller and it is absolutely fantastic. They sent out another one in a different color. The one I had before was a GameCube color. You can see the case over here, but I've now got this one in smooth black, and they've also got interchangeable thumbstick buttons as well. You can take these ones off, and there are different ones that I got as well, but I like this one all black. Look like the Terminator or like RoboCop, but when they did the remaster, it's just smooth like that. crkd.gg, search for them on social media and also on their website. You can get yourself or your family a Switch for Christmas. Trust me, it's worth it. I've not stopped playing my Switch on this. I've barely played it docked because the feel of that Pro controller, top notch. Anyway, yeah, what's been going on? What's been going on with your week, bro?
Same old, really, man. Just busy working. I've made a return back to stand up after like a few months.
Yes, well done to you.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
All right. Explain what you mean by return back to stand up, Trudge.
So, I mean, well, not a complete break because obviously I've been running Doghouse shows every month. But like, I actually did take a little bit of a break from actually performing. So, I did my first 7. Actually, I was meant to do 10, but I did 7. Whoops. Gig. First gig the other day. Went really well, considering the crowd as well, because the crowd was basically a bunch of old white men. And I really struggle in that sort of demographic.
As a young white man.
A young white, no.
Yeah, it must be hard for young white men to cater to their fathers. It must be tricky.
Nah, I think like one of the hardest things I've ever found is trying to make my dad laugh. Like
facts.
Something like that. So I always, and like, you know, if you like see him down the pub and I try and crack a joke or something, he's like, oh, Jesus. But like, it's kind of that sort of, you know, that sort of audience. Like,
yeah, I hear that.
Yeah, man. So I don't know. I felt good, man. It was a really good gig to come back to, and like, I'm glad I'm getting back on the train of it. So yeah.
Okay, good. So you're not going to stop for a while again. You're going to keep this going.
Yeah, keep it going, keep applying, keep just, you know,
keep applying that
actually
pressure.
Doing 10 minutes. Yeah, pressure. 10 minutes, actually do 10-minute gigs, though. That's the point.
It's weird me hearing it because, again, nearly 14 years in comedy. So I hear it from an older perspective where I'm like, come on, man, 10, you got that. But then I also understand when I was however long you were in, well, you had COVID in between your time as well, didn't you? So however many months or years you would have said you've been actively doing comedy. Yeah, having like a strong 10 is always a risque thing to say that you have because it might be a bit wobbly and you want to get it fine-tuned. Yeah. I'm like, this is my 5th hour that I'm touring. Well, my 5th, not even hour, they're like an hour and 20. So my 5th special that I'm touring. Yeah. Hearing back to when people say my first tight, sturdy 10 minutes is so far gone for me because it's so many years ago.
I can imagine, bro. This is such a weird thing. It must be weird for you. Like, obviously, you're very experienced, and I'm such a novice of it. It must be kind of like crazy, like seeing.
No, we're always still learning. Yeah, yeah. From your perspective, I'm super experienced, but from my perspective, I might look at some of the ones who have been around 10 years, 20 years longer than me. Like one of my go-to guys I used to love watching nonstop when I was in my early days was Slim. Phenomenal comedian, right? Me, I'd look at him like, yo, I want to be like him. And then even up until now, even though there's loads of shows that we're on and I could be closing or I could be opening, he closing or whatever, right? I still look at him like, but this guy is one of the GOATs. Yeah. So in my eyes, there's always more to do and that will never go away. Any good comedian will always tell you that will never go away. There's always more to find because comedy is, it transitions as time goes along. Yeah. Whatever was funny now may not be funny tomorrow. And whatever's funny tomorrow is going to change after a week, a year. And where you're at in the comedy you're delivering, that's going to change too. So don't think that, I'm looking at you as a novice. I'm looking at you right now as somebody who is where you're at. But where I'm at is looking at someone who's 10 years longer than me going, I want to be like that. Yeah, it's always the case. It's nonstop. Anyone who loves comedy would tell you that's what the healthy thing is, wanting to always be better and find more jokes. So.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man.
Bro, how you been?
Oh my God, this week has been a blessing. I want to shout out to everybody right now that's bought the tickets for the Orator Tour. You lot are phenomenal. Thank you very much. We've sold over 1,000 tickets in like 10 days, right? That's crazy.
That's good.
And that's because of the content that recently went viral. So I'm very happy about that. We've had to add additional shows. I'm not allowed to advertise all the shows that we've added until Live Nation advertise them themselves, right? But I so want to tell you from off the top of my head, There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 dates that have been added to the tour of shows that have either near sold out or sold out.
Nice.
One of them I could tell you, London show on the 4th of May. I'm doing it at 7:30 and that one's sold out, and I'm selling now a late show at 9 p.m. 9:30 p.m. No, 7 p.m., 9:30 p.m. So 2.5 hour difference. 7, 9:30 p.m. So there's 2 shows in one night. That first show sold out. The second show, we've sold, I think, nearly a quarter of the tickets, and we put that on sale 4 days ago, right?
Yeah.
So that's dope at Leicester Square Theatre. Other shows will be advertising and letting people know once I'm allowed to. I was only talking to my team today to say, can we advertise these? They're like, no, not until we've made sure we've updated all your artwork and stuff. And that was only today, Monday, that we're recording this. So yeah, man, it's been good. Been really good. Weird requests of people saying, can you come over to different parts of the world to do comedy?
Yeah.
Which I'm happy to do. I jump in different places all the time, but them asking to bring me over, it's really humbling. I can't do them all because I'm on tour for so many of the months next year, or weeks even next year. So we'll squeeze in what we can do. Shout out to all of you lot. We'll squeeze in as many places we can go to. New York is always on my list. Montreal and Toronto, always on my list. LA, always on my list. Europe, come on, you're around the corner. Always on my list. Had people going, when you come into the Netherlands, I just left the Netherlands like 2-3 months ago doing gigs. You lot never wanted to see me then. Now you want to see me? Nah, I'm happy for it. I don't mind. Also, another thing that was big this week. So one of the content bits that I put up was about the dancehall music. And one of the people that I spoke about on there was Vybz Kartel. Yeah. And as I'm talking about him, you've got people that have seen the video, and because Vybz has got a niche following of people, he's got a big following of people, but there is a niche market of those people that are like, he's the world boss, he's the teacher, you can't diss Vybz Kartel, you can't talk bad about him, everyone for dead if him talk bad about him, right? Yeah. And I'm like, bro, I love his music, which is why I can talk about it from a funny perspective, but also big him up. That was my whole angle. Comedians roast the things we actually respect. Yeah? So I put it up. People are cussing. No, not a lot. Let me put this very clear. For every like 200 comments, one person, this Vybz Kartel. I'm like, brother, shut up. And then everyone dogpiles that person. Shut up, man. It's just comedy. Yeah. I get a friend of mine. Shout out to DJ Bradshaw. Bradshaw messages me. He's like, bro, have you seen this? I said, seen what? I look at what he sends me. It's a picture. It's of Vybz Kartel reposting my video. So he's copied it and downloaded it. Sick. And he's put it up, right? I need to let you lot know this clearly. The brother's in prison. Yeah. So it may have been somebody else that posted it. But whoever it was has posted it up on Twitter, right? Or X it's called now. I'm like, whoa. And I see the emoji. He does like a crying face laughing emoji. Yeah. I did my research. I wanted to make sure that emoji never meant, haha, watch when I see you. That kind of, do you see what I'm saying? Because I don't want him to like send on some of these niche people onto me. He posts it up. People are loving it. I repost it saying, I want to get the words correct. I want to say exactly what I said. I screenshot it and I repost it on my page on Instagram and on Twitter. I'll show you what I put on Twitter first, because I think that's probably the more important one, because that's where he posted. So I reposted and put another caption. And what I put was, from Vybz Kartel repost my clip about him and laughed, I am happy. Anyone else who has anything to say, please consult the world boss. That's what I said. Yeah? And he's reposted that. Yeah. Then followed me on Twitter.
Oh, really? You're going to follow as well?
I'm like, everybody talk to me nicely. Big Vybz Kartel did follow me. This brother, I've had his music in my catalogue since late 90s, right? Yeah. First album I bought of his up to the time was like 2002 or 3 or maybe even 2002, I think. Something like that, yeah? It's in my garage. I went to put some stuff in my garage to tidy up. And I go through and I see my CDs. I see Vybz Kartel's first CD there. I see Elephant Man's third album in there from 2002. I got CDs of people from back in the day. Yeah. You understand? Yeah. So I've been a fan. So when he then followed me, I tried to pretend like I weren't gassed in it. But I'm sitting there thinking, everybody needs to talk to me nicely. Everybody. There was one guy on my socials. He went on my page. Yeah. And he said, it's not a good idea. No. It's not good to insult Kartel.
Yeah.
But he spelled Kartel Cartel. So then I responded, it's also not good to spell his name incorrectly because it's Kartel. Everyone was laughing at that and then going on to him and stuff like that. I went back to that comment thread and I said, all right, so we're now back. I need to find out if Kartel laughed, reposted, do you still think it's not okay for me to joke about him? From he said he liked the video. I ain't heard nothing yet. What I'm saying, that camera, what I'm saying right now, yeah? Talk to me nicely. Kartel followed me from my comedy where I'm like not taking a mic, but I'm making jokes about him and the music out of love for the music. From Kartel liked it. Nobody chat to me. Oh, that's what I'm saying. That is the end of that. You understand? Up to the time, round to the hour. Yeah. Oh, that's it. That's it. That's the end of it. That's it. That's it. I hear no one tell me about nothing now. Innit? I'm too nice. Price gone up. Price gone up. Price gone up to the time. Do you understand what I'm saying? I got followed. Who followed you this week? Huh, Trudge? Oh. Nobody shut up. No one followed you. Yeah?
Well, actually, seeing as you've hit the big 100K now, I've
111. Respect me. Respect me a little bit more, please.
Sorry, 111,000. Yeah. I've had a few followers come through.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. But like, they're all personal trainers and they're all flipping OnlyFans women. Like, I don't know, nothing.
That ain't bad.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know.
That ain't bad.
Yeah.
Depends what you like.
No, that's true.
I'm all jokes aside, I'm really thankful. Everyone that has followed me, I'm really, really thankful for that. Everyone that's also showing love to the podcast. That clip, the Moon Cup clip with me, you and me, you and Mick. We were all talking about Moon Cups and stuff. That's a funny clip. He keeps messaging me, bro, everybody keeps liking that video. I'm like, that's because when one thing goes good, everyone watches all your other stuff.
Yeah.
So I've been like, that's great. And he's been like, whoa, and it's kind of put it in a different perspective for him, how social media can work. I'm not the guy that loves social media in terms of that being the go-to. I'm a comedian before anything else. So I love doing the comedy and making sure that when I'm on stage, I'm delivering then.
Yeah.
Social media is a marketing tool. It's not the be-all and end-all for me. For some people it is because they want to be influencers. They want to do social media content.
Yeah, for sure.
Not me. So I'm happy for the 111K. Sorry, I got a bit of a cough. Excuse me. I'm happy for the 111K followers. I just want to make sure that they come out and see a show. There are tour shows to come and see. There's not even just tour shows. I'm doing a little Christmas crack up.
Oh yeah, is that the Camden?
That's one at Camden.
Yeah.
Little small venue. I don't want no big numbers. I just want 100 people, 70 people. What's going on with me coughing? Excuse me. Every time you're in the studio with me, for some reason, you're the one that brings like.
Yeah, I do.
You bring the C word in here sometimes.
I don't have the cough this week. That's good. I think.
No, it's probably because this is fizzy. I'm drinking fizzy drink. I need to start. Or sparkling drink. It's not really like pop, but I'm because of how much feedback I was getting from the clips, because of how much love the clips were getting. And that happens all the time, but 9 times out of 10, the clips that people get a load of love for are not normally stand-up comedy clips. It's sketches to camera.
Yeah.
Walking and talking to the camera, doing something like a scripted sketch. Because that was a comedy sketch. On stage, we performing. The conversion to get people to come out to a comedy show is a lot easier because they want to come out and see what you did in that video.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, I've got to provide. I've got the tour next year, but that's 2024. What can I do this year? And that's where I've said, let me call my managers and say, look, do you mind if I put on a little Christmas show? They're like, go ahead. Do you mind if I use Camden Comedy Club, which my management company, very closely connected with the comedy club? Yeah. Call them up, ask for a date. Well, actually, they showed me some of the dates that were available. So let me take that one. And now we're doing the Christmas crack up, which is me. Yeah. I'm bringing prizes. I've got goodies. I've got gifts. I've got comedians performing. Shout out to Joe Bingham and to Travis J. I might get some more down as well. Just depends on if everyone's available because it is 20th of December. It's last minute for comedians to be booked. It's far enough for audience members to go, am I coming, am I not? But I need to be able to figure out if I can get some other people to come down.
Yeah.
If I can get another comedian down, lovely show. Even if I don't, it's still a whopping show with all the gifts I'm going to give out and presents and stuff. So that's the aim. Christmas crack up, 20th of December, Camden Comedy Club. That's the show I'm going to do before I stop for Christmas. Well, actually, that's a lie. I've got 3 shows after that.
You ain't taking a break.
Bro, I need to pay bills. Like, 111K is not the same as my bank balance. Yeah, I might have that as followers. I do not have that as pound sterling. So I need some more money. Do you understand? Which brings us on to some of our next topics as well. Well, actually, no, I'll leave that for a second. Yeah. Let's talk about the room. It's Christmas right now in this room.
Yeah.
Done the Christmas tree. Looks all right.
Very nice. It's very cozy in here. First thing I said when I got in here is it's very cozy.
It's very cozy. I did a bit more decor, as you can see. That wall I painted black again. Excuse me for coughing, guys. Painted that wall black all the way down because I only painted it up to a point which it was filmed. But I said, you know what? To make it feel like that side is more so also involved, even if it's off camera, because you're on mic, it's better that everything is still encapsulates the rest of the studio. Next year, I'll finish off that bit as well. Because even though it doesn't need doing, I want to do it. I want to put some pictures on this wall over here as well, some pictures on the door. This door was white, we painted it black. Now I've spread the room around a little bit more. Some people won't notice it, some people might. Got a little tree here that I moved from that corner because I moved that Christmas tree there and I put this one here to cover up some of the mess of the wall that I got wrong when it came to painting. Shut up, man. No one's perfect. I put some new Christmas pillows down.
Yeah.
Who am I? Like, I don't get who I am.
Yeah, you changed, man. You get followed by Vybz Kartel, and now you
Bruv, no, this is before Kartel. I bought this. This was on the last podcast.
Oh, was it?
But they weren't on the screen. They were out to the side.
Oh,
so
right.
before I got followed by anybody, these Christmas pillows were just there. And what's being followed by Kartel going to do for pillows? Like, I don't, you know what I mean? This is not going to be the case. That Kartel follows me, I think, you know what, Christmas time. But yeah, we got some pillows here, put a little bit of tinsel. I just wanted to get started on Christmas. And also, I should have started the episode with this. All right, I'll say it now. This episode comes out on a very special day, right? Today's Monday. It comes out on Wednesday, the 29th of November. Wednesday, 29th. The greatest people that I know were born that day. You've got, rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. His birthday is 29th of November. Obviously passed away, but I always show love to that because he was just such a great guy in what he did.
Yeah.
Don Cheadle, who was also part of Marvels, born 29th of November. I mean, damn, writing gigs, 29th of November. But there's one more guy who is just the longest 111K follower guy who requires some birthday love on that day. Now, I know you might be thinking, well, who is this guy? This great guy whose birthday is on the 29th of November. And those names I named, they're great. But this one guy, this one black brother, not Chadwick, not Don, this one handsome British black guy, skin like milk chocolate.
Wow, who could that be?
Boy. It's only Aurie Styla. Come on. Hey. All right. I'll be 21 plus VAT, service charge, delivery tax. Now I'll be 36 on Wednesday. When this podcast comes out, I turn 36. Anybody that listens to this podcast and doesn't wish me a happy birthday on my socials, yo, we got a problem. You understand? You can't just listen. The amount of time and effort we put into making content for you, all I want is a happy birthday. Yeah. And then I want you to go buy tickets to the Christmas Crack Up or to the Orator Tour. But either one, you gotta wish me a happy birthday.
There you go. Yeah.
Also, Trudge is a Sagittarius as well.
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
Your birthday is, don't tell me December is it 8th?
Nah, close.
7th?
Nah, very close.
6th?
6th. Yeah.
Okay, I knew it was single digits December. My apologies. Wait, 6 is... That's a Thursday.
Yeah, I think
okay.
So. Yeah. No, Wednesday this year. I think.
Is it Wednesday?
I think so. Yeah.
No. Oh, yeah, it's because I'm thinking, sorry, I forget November has 30 days, not 31. So, yeah, you're exactly 1 week after me.
Oh, yeah.
And you're going to be how old?
30. Oh, I got 32.
You'll be 32 years old.
Yeah.
You're going to be what we call that age, the wretch age.
Oh, wretch.
The wretch 32.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Age of the wretch. So our birthdays, so podcast, one of them comes out on my birthday and another one comes out on your birthday.
Oh, yeah.
That is sick. There you go. What we do for our birthdays, bro?
Nothing.
You don't do anything?
Nah. What are you doing for yours? I'm sure
I'm working.
Oh, yeah.
I'm working. I've got Laugh in the Box at Wembley.
Yeah.
Because I run that, so I got to be there. I've got a meeting in the daytime. I might try to see my dad and my stepmom because they want to get something to eat. Probably but I don't want them to take me out nowhere. In fact, just come Box Park.
Yeah.
Where we're doing Laugh at the Box. We can get a meal there and just chill and relax and talk and have a laugh. I actually realized this month that I don't want to do too much activity. Not because I don't like it, but normally I am excited about September to December because of how much I get to work.
Yeah.
But because I've appreciated slowing down at the beginning of the year, I don't want to get that active this month.
Yeah.
I want to be paid and work. I love doing comedy, but the amount of activity that I've been doing before, I'm looking forward to the little time in January where it slows down before I go into tour mode. Because Wednesday is my birthday. Thursday, I drive to Manchester. Friday, I drive to Edinburgh from Manchester. I got Edinburgh on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Monday, I drive back to Manchester. I'm going to link up with, shout out to Aaron Wood and his team for his podcast. And then I drive down after that podcast back home. So that's like 7-8 hours of driving and charging on the Monday whilst doing a podcast in between. I don't mind it.
Yeah.
But there's a part of me going, I just want to relax a little bit as well.
I was going to say, surely like there must be a part of you that just wants to like chill for a bit. Like,
well, this is it. But I don't have the luxury of doing that because I have to get busy with getting the show down. Tuesday is, we'll probably have to record on a Tuesday next week because Monday I'm going to be driving back from Ed and doing the podcast at 5. I'm going to get home at like 12, podcasting and driving back. Tuesday, pod. Wednesday, your birthday, pod comes out. And also I'm doing a work in progress with me and my boy Kevin J. Shout out to Kevin J. We're doing like a double header preview work in progress of the shows we're working on. He's doing a run at Soho Theatre, which he long time deserved that. So big up to Kevin J. He's going to do his run at Soho Theatre and I've got the tour next year. So we just said, he hit me up, bro, do you want to do a double? I said, bro, you can ask me to do any show with you. I'm always doing that with you. So we're doing that as a double header of a preview. And then it's back to the graft.
Yeah.
I think the 8th I've got a show, the 9th I'm in Reading. There's loads and loads going on. So for me, I don't really get to slow down. And even when it comes to Christmas, I had to figure this out this weekend. On the 21st, 22nd and 23rd, I'm in Manchester doing Frog and Bucket. I need to do those shows because I want to make sure I keep pushing the tour and sell out and hopefully get another room or a bigger room for Manchester. So I'm doing Frog and Bucket. 23rd, I have to drive back to London. I've had to ask them, do you mind me not doing one of the shows and doing earlier in the evening because you've got a matinee show, you've got the evening show. I had to hit them up, do you mind me not doing it? Or not, sorry, no, do you mind me doing earlier and on that show in the evening? They said the way the show's structured, it ain't going to work out that way. I said, all right, no worries. They said, well, because you've asked us early enough, we can even get someone else for that Saturday show. And I said, do you know what? Cool. That means that on the matinee, I drive back down afterwards to London because I've got to catch a 7:45 flight on the 24th. So 23rd, I'm driving from Manchester to London, leave my car somewhere, stay in a hotel, wake up, go to the airport for 5 a.m. to catch a 7:25 flight or whatever it's 45 to go to New York. Come back from New York on the 27th. It's like 3 days out there, come back. 27th I fly, night flight, 28th. Land on the 28th. I got a show in Wolverhampton 28th.
Oh my God.
Bro, I need to learn how to slow down.
Yeah, genuinely.
But that's why this month I've been very happy with everything that's happened, but also I kind of miss not being at that slower pace, which I'm usually not at this time of year, but I want it to be now that I felt how busy can be and how good slowing down can be. Bruv, I bought Spider-Man. I played it once since I got it. I bought it before I went to Egypt. I got Mortal Kombat, the new one. I'm still in the wrapping. I've completed the games on the Switch because I'm on the road with them.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, and I ain't buying that PS Portal thing because it looks good. However, you have to have a good internet anywhere you go with it, and you're not always going to have that.
I haven't seen that. What is that? So it's like a
handheld PlayStation console, but not a console. It's a streaming device.
Oh, okay.
So it feels like a PlayStation controller with the screen in it, but the screen's big. The screen is big.
Yeah.
Right? It's bigger than the Switch screen. But rather than playing games remotely on it, you have to, natively on it, you have to play remotely. So you play games streaming them from either their online service, which I don't think is active yet, or you play your PlayStation streamed here. I think I've shown you that when I'm downstairs and I could play the PlayStation, which is upstairs.
Like a remote play almost.
Remote play, that's it. So you remote play it anywhere you go, but you have to have a good internet connection. And sometimes when you're doing hotel trips all the time, that internet ain't great. Yeah. When you connect it to your phone, depending on where you're staying, the internet may not be great. I may get one just to try, but in terms of me thinking that this is the solution, I don't want to carry that and the Switch. Yeah. So just stick to my Switch. Great games on there.
I get that.
But yeah, man, I'm happy. I'm blessed. I really am. Birthday coming up. Social media following's gone up because they're interested in comedy. Comedy tickets are just disappearing. Guys, if you want to come out to any comedy shows that I've got going on, that especially ones run by me, please go to auriestyla.co.uk. There are previews that I'm either involved in or that I'm putting on. I got a preview in Edinburgh this week. On the Saturday, the 2nd, I've got a preview with Kevin J. 6th of December in London. I've got a preview the 25th of January for the show. I've got the tour from February the 1st all the way on to, I can't tell you where it's extended onto, so I'm going to say the latest date we've announced. It's May the 4th, but it's been extended, let's just say that, to different places around different, I can't say too much, I want to. And I've also got the Christmas Crack Up, 20th of December. Just come down, I'll be doing a bit of comedy, having a bit of fun with you guys, hosting, busting joke. Tickets are like dirt cheap. Come down. It's only like 70, 80 tickets available. It's a nice room, good vibes. There'll be good music playing. We're going to have a good time. So check those out. That's the vibe. That's what I want you guys to do. All right, let's talk. What's going on this week? Topics.
What's going on this week? So we've got, start off with something gentle, I guess.
Yeah, for a change.
For a change.
Every time we do topics with you, you like to give me the hardest one. Yeah. Right? This person beat up that person and they're getting sued. And when that happens, everyone is going to die. Like, I'm like, bro, you cannot keep doing that. I need you to give me the lighthearted stuff, all right? We get heavy later on. Kim Kardashian, comedy. The fifth wheel lands at Netflix after bidding war.
Yeah, so I'm not entirely sure what is going on here, but she is going to be starring in a comedy film, which is...
Oh, it's a film, not like a stand-up?
No, it's an actual comedy film, I believe. And I believe the concept is out called The Fifth Wheel, and it seems that Netflix and Hulu, I think, have like started a bidding war for it. I mean, I don't even know the actual story of the thing yet, but just because of the name, so... Yeah.
All right, well, let's start with Kim and doing a comedy film. I thought when I first heard it was a stand-up comedy. I heard Netflix, stand-up comedy. When I saw they were, do you know what I mean, naturally, because Netflix do that, they offer comedy to a lot of people that may not even do comedy. Yeah. They might be in the field of being able to be performers. They may not be the best of stand-up comedians. Respectfully, they're terrible, some of them. But they might have a good following, they might have a good presence, they might be the hype at the time. So what they do is they'll put a show together. Yeah. And they'll take, I mean, anyone would. You take that Netflix money to get your stuff on Netflix? Of course. They may not be naturally in comedy. They may not have done it before. They might write one together. They might get writers to help them. They may put it on. They go and do it. Some of them are great. Some of them are terrible. But that's what Netflix offers. That's what I thought this was about. They were offering Kim K the opportunity to do stand-up, which, let's be honest, we're not expecting the most, but everyone's going to watch it.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So that's what I thought it was. But evidently it's not. It's a comedy film, which I kind of picked up on when Hulu said we're also bidding for it. Because Hulu don't traditionally do stand-up comedy shows and produce them. They produce documentaries, they produce biopics, they produce TV shows. Yeah. But they don't traditionally produce stand-up comedy. So, all right. So her doing comedy or a comedy movie, it kind of makes sense. Let's be honest, her family dynamic, when you watch it on the outside, I don't watch the show, but when you see clips, you could see where the humor comes in. Yeah. Yeah. It's not like it's impossible.
Well, she's done a bit on Saturday Night Live, I think, didn't she, recently? I know obviously writers have done it for her, but, you know, you still got to deliver it, I guess. But so, I don't know, man.
I'm not against it. I'm not, it's not for me to be against, but we'll see how it goes, because it's not just going to be here. It's an ensemble cast of people. So even if she's not that funny, other people will be. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Like, look at Ant-Man. When Ant-Man was on, the guy that played Louise, I always forget his name. He done that monologue bit. Do you know what I mean? Like, all of the characters in Ant-Man, it has him, it has T.I., it has the actor who plays Louise, I think it was.
Got him here.
Is it Louise?
Yep, this guy.
That's it, yeah. So he plays Louise, he does those monologues, and he stole the show in Ant-Man. Yeah. Even though Ant-Man, Paul Rudd is great, don't get it twisted. Yeah. Right? But he stole the show in the first Ant-Man film with those kind of funny monologues. So we see that happen, we're like, dope. He's the guy that killed it. Kim can be the main character in it, but there could be other people that are show stealers. And if Kim's involved, it's going to be a lot of money behind it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, whoever's involved, well done. Big up to them. Let me read this. A Saturday Night Live alum is producing The Fifth Wheel with Kardashian. The log line is under wraps, but Kardashian is playing the eponymous Fifth Wheel alongside a female ensemble cast. Her co-stars have not been announced. This is Girls Trip.
Yeah.
The Girls Trip that was with Jada Pinkett Smith.
I think it was.
I think it's Girls Trip. This is like Girls Trip, where, let's be real, Jada, not the comedian actress. She was in it, but she was good for her role.
Yeah.
But Tiffany Haddish stole that. So Kim can be who she is in there, and there'll be a Tiffany Haddish in there that will still make the comedy. Kim will just kind of coast by. Wonder what her acting skills are like, though. I mean, we saw her act like she loved Kanye. So, I mean, and we believed it for 10 or 20 seconds. So, I mean, you know what I mean? It could work.
I don't know.
I don't know. When are they looking to film this and do this?
Don't actually even says when they plan on doing it, you know.
Scroll up. There's a bit there that I like. It said, no, down. It said right there, stop. It helps that she has 364 million Instagram followers, but does Vybz Kartel follow her? That's the important question. Because if he doesn't, what are we talking about? Get me involved, because, I mean, you know what I mean? 364 of what? Bots? Who cares? Have you got the world boss following you? That's what's really important. Because when he follows you, you're certified. I wonder who else he follows. I don't care, as long as he follows me.
Oh, geez.
Big up. I love that. So this is coming out when? We don't know?
No, it doesn't say.
It's not even been filmed yet, has it?
No, I think it's just a concept. Like, that is how powerful she is, clearly. She can start a bidding war just for her name.
Isn't it crazy, though, that they're a bidding war for her name and then for the concept? And it says that Netflix won it, right?
Yeah.
Scroll up. Will land, there we go, land at Netflix after bidding war. So Netflix has won. They've bidded for this. Who knows what the amount is? It's not been disclosed. But it's not even been done. It's probably big money. They're going to produce this for her. They're going to put it out there.
Yeah.
Isn't it crazy that in this day and age, you have that just off of her name bidding for a program? Whereas if it was me and you who had a great concept, like Squid Game, the guy who had it, he had that sitting for how long? Years.
Yeah.
Years before anyone took it on board. And Squid Game is one of the most popular, if not the most popular shows on Netflix when it came out. No one wanted it. But when someone took it, it was like, wow, look at this.
Yeah.
They paid for it after he'd already produced it and already filmed and so on. It's so crazy that, but someone like Kim K can get that money and that bidding up front, and it may not even land. It may be a terrible program.
Yeah.
It may be a terrible, and yet the bidding goes on. That's the game, innit?
Yeah.
That's the hustle, man. Imagine walking into a room. I've got this amount of followers. My mum is who she is. You know what my lifestyle's like. How much you willing to pay for something I've not even written? I just want to do some filming. 20 mil, 50 mil. Like, that's insane. You got to pitch and pitch and pitch. It's just crazy. Some people could just walk into the room. Kudos to her. That's power, man. All of us are trying to aim for that pull.
Yeah.
So I'm not against her having that, but I just think it's wild that we look at the quality of things after we look at the pull that somebody could have.
Crazy.
And especially when it's not in like comedy.
Yeah.
Her pull is in reality. If it was a reality show, grab her.
Yeah.
Because she's got a running track record of how good a reality show with her name attached to it is. But comedy, it's like, yo, I don't even know if she's like funny.
Yeah. No.
I've not watched her stuff and gone, she cracks me up.
Yeah.
There are some people you see and they just make you laugh watching them.
Yeah, definitely not Kim.
Yeah, in interviews and on their like live streams or whatever platforms you might see them on. She doesn't have that I'm funny naturally edge. So they're kind of throwing money at a
the
whim.
name, almost like
Just at a name, hoping that they can make it bang. But again, it's who you also get attached to that project. So
I think If it was like someone like Cardi B, I'd definitely tune in all honesty. I think she's
Cardi B's proven her history of being funny because she's done reality shows where you could see her be funny.
Yeah.
And she's acted in movies where we're like, she was funny.
Yeah. Well, Hustlers, I think, was one of them.
Hustle she was in.
Yeah.
She was good in that.
Yeah.
What's next? Talk to me.
Next one. A bit of T.I. and his son.
All right. I love T.I., you know. Like he's funny.
Yeah.
He is hilarious. Right? Some of the things that he says and does, like anyone, is just not excusable.
Yeah.
But take him when he's at his best, when he's talking, when he's in interviews, he is funny, right? Before we go into this, did you see when he did that video where he's roasting his son's teeth?
No.
Oh my God. Type in Tion roast King teeth. So his son's called, for those who are listening, T.I. And Tiny, their son is King. That's his name.
Oh, wow.
All right. So find that clip and put it up. I want to watch it. I got my headphones in. I'll listen to it on this. No. It's not that clip you want. Go back to YouTube.
Yep.
It's on one of the shorts because that's someone analyzing the whole thing. So
of course it is.
All right. 1 second. If you found it, it's like a short and it's like, it says he's roasting his teeth. It's him on a radio show.
Oh, I see it.
All right, put it up. This one, yeah. This is fun.
Hey, King. I know the boys crack King.
Oh, thank you.
Where the tooth for the matter is. Okay, Tip. All right, Tip.
Stop it. Start it again.
Jada ain't got over toothpaste Shakur.
Stop it. Press refresh.
Oh, thank you.
Where the tooth for the matter is. Okay, Tip. All right, Tip. Hey, man. Jada ain't got over toothpaste Shakur. Oh, my God. She was in that movie with Queen Latifah.
Man, now y'all going too far. It's all right.
I like how they cut it that bit, yeah? Because that girl, when she said, y'all gone too far, it had an airball. Nobody laughed at it. It was so bad.
Oh, my God.
It's how he sounds. Well, the truth of the matter is, expeditiously, he just cracks me up, man.
Oh, my God.
Like, it's the way he sounds when he talks. He does comedy now.
What?
T.I. does stand-up comedy.
No way. Really?
Bro, you have to go look for the clips now, but if you Google T.I. stand-up comedy, you'll see where you can watch his stand-up comedy. He's done loads of clubs. He does stand-up as well as music.
Oh, my God.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think he's quit music, actually, or he's put that on pause. He might come back to it, but T.I., here we go, T.I. to make televised stand-up comedy debut in Kevin Hart's Comic View reboot.
Wow. He's actually officially added comedian to his resume. Wow, that's...
Bro, he's done the hours. He's actually gone and done clubs. Problem is people see him and it's like, well, that's T.I.
Yeah.
That's Tip. Do you see what I'm saying? Anyway, go back to the article. Here we go. T.I. and tiny son King gets physical with dad over Nepo Baby taunts. So what happened was they were out somewhere. People were calling him Nepo Baby and so on. Do you know what Nepo Baby is?
I assume it's someone that's like basically got where they are through their parents.
Nepotism, yeah. It's basically someone who's... the only reason you're up the way that you are and you got the credit that you've got is because other people have passed it on to you. 9 times out of 10, your parents. So they call you a Nepo baby, right? What is this? Bit of fluff on me. On there the whole show. People think, he's got food on his chest. So I remember seeing this video. This video was raw. It was basically, if I'm right in saying, King was getting taunted in this restaurant they were all at. King starts acting up. King really is like, he wants to be his dad so bad in terms of the street cred.
Yeah.
So he's always acting like he's the killer, he's the guy, he's the goon, etc., etc. He starts acting up. Tiny, his mum, is trying to calm him down. Whilst Tiny's trying to calm him down, he like pushes her out the way out of anger and aggression. And obviously that's your wife, innit? I don't care if that's my son. My son can't push his mother, my wife. So Tip jumps in and grabs him on some, what do you think you're doing?
Yeah.
This ain't gonna work for you. What's wrong with you? Right? It was a weird it was a weird exchange because even King was talking to T.I., swearing at T.I. and so on.
Yeah.
Have you got the clip? All right. Play that. Let me hear this.
King, have you ever woke up with a roach on your face?
Period. No, that's not the goal.
All right, then. Man, go.
Or in your ear.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I got some in the neighborhood with me that broke up with roach in your ear. Y'all want to go to the bathroom in my neighborhood?
Pause that. So that's early, yeah? That's early when somebody are taunting him and so on. That's the full video. And this is the thing. People are going to taunt you because of who you are.
Yeah.
That caption, it's by DJ Academics. Shouts to Academics. He put up the full video. It says how he's speaking on how he grew up in the hood and how he stood on business. That's what King's saying. I stand on business. T.I. and his mum insist he grew up in a gated community and sucked his pacifier until 12 years old. Have you seen the teeth? And when you suck on like your thumb or a pacifier for long, pushes your teeth forward.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I did not know that. I'm very uneducated.
It does, yeah, because you're sucking on something. So the pressure pushes your teeth forward very, very slowly, which is why you're not supposed to do it for so long.
All right.
With all due respectfully, you look at the picture with the whole teeth thing, it does look like a kid who stuck to the pacifier for a long amount of time. But go back into serious mode now.
Yeah.
He is saying, I stand on business. You can't talk to me about hood. I grew up in the hood, etc. His own parents are like, we raised you.
Yeah.
You didn't grow up in the hood. Like, T.I. got money, so you guys didn't have to be on the roads. That's where it is.
Yeah.
And another interesting thing, which we'll talk about in a second, I will mention in a bit. But let's play a bit more of it now. Where he starts to argue with his
I don't want to be in these gates. I want to be outside in the neighborhood. That's why I want to be over there.
Yeah.
But they don't understand that.
Yo, I'm going to tell you the reason why
That's
he want
his
to be
mum
over there. Y'all ready? Because he can suck and pacify over
Oh
there.
my
He
goodness
was 12
me.
years old. He was sucking pacifier. He was 12 years old.
All right,
He
so-
was in the house.
Crying like a baby.
So here we go.
Yeah.
They trying to say I was over there trying to suck a passy, but they ain't going to tell you everything like that. They
Okay,
trying to hide
pause.
it.
So he was being teased and taunted. Then he's like, I stand on business. And he's doing it on his live as well. That's what I wanted to mention.
Oh, right.
He was on Insta Live doing all of this. So he's trying to get the attention and clout on Insta Live by saying I'm a hood. His parents are like, give us the phone. This kid ain't hood. So scroll further down now. No, not down the thing. Go down the actual video.
All right.
This is where it gets sticky now. Bit more. About there, yeah. Press play there.
I know you capping. I know you. I know you. I know you. I know you.
Ain't no mystery about here.
I know you though. I know you though. I know you though. I know you. What's wrong with y'all? Why y'all doing that to me? Y'all know me. You know I stand on business. You know I stand on business. Why you even letting somebody play with me like that? Why you letting somebody play with me like that? Why you letting him play with me like that? Why you letting him play with me like
He
that?
pushes his mum
No,
down.
ain't no joking. Ain't no joking. What do you mean?
You are embarrassing yourself. You embarrassing yourself. You are embarrassing yourself. You are embarrassing yourself. Man, what is she talking
Man, get
about?
off me, man, get off me,
Well, you can't do nothing with me. Ain't shit you can do with me.
Yo, I shouldn't laugh at that, yeah, but that is old man strength and old man mentality. When T.I. like, you can't do nothing to me. What you gonna do? You ain't gonna do nothing to me. You can't do nothing to me. It's old man strength. Like, let's be, your dad, could you fight him?
Did I fight him?
Could you?
Nah, I don't know. Don't think so. I
All right, imagine when you were like in your early 20s.
Yeah.
Could you?
Nah.
There's certain levels of old man strength. Your parents, you can't, it ain't on.
Nah.
All right, anyway, so with this video now, I shouldn't laugh because, this is it's serious. But basically, King's like saying, I stand on business. Why are you going to do me like that and embarrass me like that? Yeah?
Yeah.
He pushes his mum after his mum saying, calm down. Look, this, you weren't that kid.
Yeah.
You know I stand on business. He pushes his mum. T.I. jumps in, huh? Grabs him and says, and then grabs him up.
Yeah.
That's when the Insta Live goes. Holding the phone and so. Yo, King wants to be, from what I've seen, because I've heard so much things about him in news and stuff he says, I've seen some of his lives. He wants to be so gangster all the time.
Yeah.
Like, you grew up in your father's kind of ghetto shadow, in terms of your father used to be hood. Your father used to run around doing the worst, was all trapping and stuff like that. So you didn't have to. Now that he's up and you're up and you grew up nice and everyone's millionaires, you're still trying to act like you got money like that.
So he is
from
a Nepo
being
baby.
hood. Say again?
He is a Nepo baby then, I guess, because
big time.
He ain't doing stand up. He ain't doing like music. I don't understand. Like,
no, his money comes from the fact that he is T.I. and Tiny's son. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And let's not get it twisted. It's not just about him being T.I.'s son. Tiny was in a great music group back in the day, an R&B group that made money and wrote music for a lot of people. Tiny's one of the co-writers for No Scrubs. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
There's money that came from them because of the graft they put in.
Yeah.
So when he's out here acting hard and crazy, I understand why his parents are like, don't embarrass us, please. We put in the time and effort for you not to. And then also, his dad saying you're embarrassing yourself. You're embarrassing yourself. Cut that out. stop. You can't do nothing to me. I mean, the truth of the matter is, yo, that's crazy. Imagine you became a millionaire after all the hard work you put in.
Yeah.
And some of that hard work might have been you being in and out of jail. And then your son or daughter wants to act hood because they want that street cred you earned, but moved away from, trying to give them a good life. How do you then feel?
I'd be annoyed.
You'd be annoyed?
Yeah.
Same. Like, I
I
had someone hit me up when I talked about a joke on my TikTok and it was talking about the reggae music stuff. And it was about one bit I said, some of the artists, they've been working on music because they were trying to find a way to get out the ghetto. Yeah. That's all I said. I didn't talk about me being ghetto or anything like that. One guy goes to me, yeah, you shouldn't talk about the ghetto. You don't know what it's like to be from the ghetto. You don't know.
Oh, really? What, like?
Yeah, that's what he said on my TikTok.
Jeez.
You don't know my upbringing, rude boy.
Yeah.
You don't know what I had to go through. My mum had to go through.
Yeah.
I never experienced having to do the madness, but I still was born on a estate where it was a council estate. Yeah. But my mum hustled hard to not allow me to have to start my adult life on a council estate. Yeah. Mum did good. Yeah. So I'm appreciative of that. I've seen what it's like to be in that environment, but mum also keep me separate so I don't see it. I've stayed with family all the time that grew up on estates that I grew up. I was born and raised in Neasden. I also spent a lot of time where my gran lived on Chalk Hill Estate. That was rough back in the day. Spent a lot of time with my aunt in St. Raph's. Several people down there, St. Raffles Estate. It was rough back in the day. It's still rough now to some degree. Do you understand? Yeah. So I've been around it, but in terms of me saying that, was I of it where there was no escape? No, because my mum worked to ensure you don't have to start your adult life here. Do you understand? Yeah. So if I start going around like, yo, man was out here on his face, drugs, all of that, I would be disrespecting my mum, who made sure I didn't have to start doing all of that stuff, where she had to go through her gritty and grimy from young to make sure her kids don't have to see that. That's what most parents should do. Yeah. So it's disrespectful. I do get when parents say that I stand, and you're embarrassing me when I'm there as well, I stand on business. I feel Tiny, though, was a bit rough for saying, this kid stand on business, but he was sucking the pacifier until 12 years old. That is, man. What age were you when you stopped using the pacifier?
Oh, my God, right. This is actually...
Or a dummy for people in the UK.
Bro, this is actually very embarrassing. I took that into school with me. Like, I could not... Honestly, my teeth...
This is the end of the podcast, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if I can have an engineer who took a dummy. I remember when girls used to take one.
Oh, really?
Yeah. In the area I grew up, it would be cute, like...
Oh, nah.
No, you're talking about primary school.
Yeah, I'm talking like...
Oh, I'm talking girls did it like for secondary school. They would have like the gel curl in the side of their head.
Oh, yeah.
And like the slick back gel down hair with the little diamantes in there. And they'd have like a necklace with a dummy hanging off of it because they thought it was cool and cute and fashion.
Oh, nah.
You're talking about primary school.
Yeah, I didn't do it through fashion. I just did it because I couldn't give it up. It was like, it was a weird feeling.
Pause. Oh, you said give it up.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
I thought you said something else. I did it because I couldn't get it up. I was like, big man, we're not going to discuss that on this podcast right now.
Oh, no.
That's what it sounded like for a second. I couldn't do it because I couldn't get it up. I was like, you know what, bro? Didn't need to hear that. But do your thing. No, big up yourself. If that's you, do your thing. I'm not going to... If sucking on a nipple that in plastic form makes you feel like you get excited enough, cool. Bit weird that you were in primary school. Bit off kilter, but I'm not here to judge too tough, innit? Let me take this off. I didn't want to hear you right in my ear saying you couldn't get it up. It's disgraceful. Disgusting, man. You lot are lucky you can't see his face. Yeah? He's right over there. I'm looking at it. He's going bright red. Bright red. But yeah, you had a pacifier until what age?
Oh, God. I can't. It must have been like 9, 10 maybe.
That's a bit old.
No, I took it in, and I had it in my pocket, and I remember like I took it out once as a joke, like just say, oh look, I still use
Bullying
it.
you got.
Nah, I'd like, no, you're joking. I was like, no, I'm serious. And then like literally, I would literally have it so much, it pushed my teeth, like it made my teeth well crooked.
This is what I'm saying. Yes, that's
yeah.
Why 12 years and
yeah,
that's why you had to get teeth like that.
Easily, yeah.
Tooth for the matter. Yeah. All right, let's move on. What's next?
All right, next one. Take it to a little, stay on the serious thing. This is kind of breaking, I guess.
UK detects first human case of new strain of swine flu. Before we get into this, are we thinking real scare tactics? What?
I don't know.
We'll be very careful about this.
Yeah.
Swine flu, man. Remember that one? It was H1N1, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And it's now H1N2?
Yeah, good knowledge. Good knowledge, yeah.
The A H1N2 V infection was detected in a routine flu screening test at a GP surgery in North Yorkshire. Let me tell you something. North Yorkshire, you lot need to stay away from us for a little bit. If swine flu is showing up in North Yorkshire, I don't need you traveling anywhere. Stay where you are, right? Stay where you are.
You're going to get a message in your inbox now saying, come to North Yorkshire, perform.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm booked that day. I'm booked that day. All right. Officials said the person had respiratory symptoms of mild illness and had fully recovered. Have you ever had swine flu?
Nah, don't believe so anyway. I've could have had a lot of things and not known. So.
I had it once.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, was it bad?
I was at, I passed by a comedian's, I did a show.
Yeah.
Not knowing I had swine flu. I just thought maybe I was a bit tired from doing shows.
Yeah.
I was driving and there was a comedian that was with me. I dropped him to his house. I said, bro, do you mind before I go home, I could use your toilet? I feel sick. And he goes, yeah, fine, run upstairs. I went in his toilet. When I tell you this, no, the drive I had to do was from High Wycombe to North London. It's about an hour, maybe a bit more.
Yeah.
And the whole time I can't talk because I'm feeling ill. And I'm like, I just need, for me, to go drop him to home and then to come back to my house, I didn't need to do that. I really didn't. I needed to go home. I went to his house and I said, can I use the toilet? He said, yeah. I destroyed that toilet. No, bro. It was bad. Never been in his house before. He's a comic. He's older than me. I'm trying to make a good impression. I don't care now, but I try to make a good impression. I went in his house and I think I had to ask him, can I get another toilet roll?
Oh,
it was
no.
that bad. It was that bad. You know you're not supposed to do it in someone else's house like that. A quick pee and a wipe up is cool, but when you like clog toilet and it was all fluid and toilet roll, mate, I know if as big as I'll ever get, and me and him, I have a reason why this comedian, me and him, I don't talk to. Too tough, right? Something he did with an event that I was organising a while ago, and even though I've seen him and I've been polite, I'm not bigging him up or saying names because I just don't respect what that was. But one thing I will say is I know that anytime he sees me, back of his mind he has to think, this guy destroyed my toilet. And he'll always have that on me. Always have that on me. But I felt so good for half an hour. And then afterwards, I jumped in my car, I went home, and I was throwing up all night.
Oh, wow.
So I don't think I vomited in his house.
Yeah.
I think it was just one end.
Yeah.
Once that end was gone, every other orifice went, oh, we're leaving.
Yeah.
Okay, we're evacuating. Went home. I was sick in the toilet. And then I had to stay in bed for like 2 days. I cancelled one gig that I had. And then the other day I had no gig. 2 days. And then I got good. I was good afterwards. But I was ill.
Definitely swine flu. Like,
Yeah.
Wow.
It was definitely swine flu. Based on the symptoms, based on when I called when my mum called the GP. Because I was staying at my mum and my stepdad's place then.
Yeah.
It was, this must be, oh man, this is like 2012, 2013. So this is like 10 years ago, 10 years plus. Yeah, man, swine flu was wild. It was wild. Human infections with swine flu do occur. There have been 50 cases of reportedly in the past 20 years. Yeah, man, it was swine flu. Had to be.
Yeah.
In 2009, there was a pandemic of swine flu in humans caused by a virus spreading in pigs, birds, and humans. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, I remember that.
So
yeah.
2009. It was 2009. It may even be longer than that. It might have been 2010, 2011. That would have been more than 10 years that I had it. It was rough, blood. I remember when that kit went around. The misinformation around it was crazy. So people... Was it swine or bird flu that I had?
Oh, bird flu. I forgot about bird flu.
It was swine or bird. Don't quote me on that. It was one of the two.
No.
But I remember it was one of those ones that was getting a lot of attention. It was definitely one of those two. But yeah, I remember the misinformation. You know how much Rasta man, like, were proper. I know Rastafarians, it was Muslims, it was Jews.
Yeah.
As soon as it was like swine flu, I was like, yeah, see, that's why you don't deal with pork, you know. You don't eat them something there. You see how you just pass on the virus and that, man. Yo, when I deal with Babylon beating her, yo, brother. That's why we don't touch pork, you know. But see, after them dirty meat, I'm like, that's not how it. It's not because it's pork, because it was in chicken as well. Come on. Oh man.
Jeez. Oh yeah, I never knew Rastas don't eat pork.
Yeah, Rastafarians, they don't eat pork a lot. Depending on the level of their beliefs, just like any religion, there's a lot of people that like from different breakdowns, like the tribes of Rastafarianism, right? Most of them, they have what they call an ital diet, which is very much like a vegan diet. Ital, nothing that's produced by animals, nothing that is animal, right?
Yeah.
Ital's been a thing from before veganism became popular. Yeah. The same way that veganism has been a thing before veganism became popular. Yeah. So some people have been vegan for like 10, 12, 15 years, and you know they're not following a trend. Where others are like, it's so Shoreditch. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? It's so Shoreditch. I want to, do you do that vegan thing? So that's one of the things. So yeah, but not eating pork is one of them. A major thing, obviously, if you're vegan, you don't eat meat. But then you have those who will only eat fish.
Yeah.
Or only eat, and then you have some that only eat chicken. But generally speaking, a lot of Jamaicans generally, especially their influence with family that are of a Rastafarian background, won't eat pork. A lot of Jamaicans don't do. A lot of black people around the world don't as well, but a lot of Jamaicans will not eat pork. Yeah. Some do, because jerk pork is a thing. But a lot of that comes from Rastafarian culture, where they don't eat meat, but pork is the bad one. Like you can't. I know men that aren't Rasta, but pork beat you up if it touches their plate, or if you trick them into eating it. It's crazy.
Yeah. No, I've seen some videos of pork and like worms in it and that, and I gave up pork for a bit. I also gave up pork because I saw the pig on the Amazon advert. And I thought, that pig looks cute, so I'll give it up. That was your reason. That was my reason, because I thought
you saw an Amazon advert and thought the pig was cute. So I don't eat pork. I haven't eaten pork for years, like maybe 14, 15 years.
Oh wow,
something like that. Yeah,
well, just about the same time you probably last contracted swine flu.
Well. Nah. I don't. About 14, 15 years. About that, I would say. Maybe about 14, 15 years. Yeah, I can't digest it anyway.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I remember when I was a kid, I used to eat like a pork chop.
Right, yeah.
Kill my system.
Oh, wow.
There was one time, accidentally it happened, right? And I knew instantly what it was. I was in Austria.
Yeah.
Now, a schnitzel, by nature, in Germany, in Austria, pork, but they do chicken schnitzels.
Yeah, yeah.
I ordered chicken schnitzel. I think they got the order mixed up because it was like a big event that was going on.
Yep.
They gave me the schnitzel. And it's breaded, isn't it? So you don't know until you cut into it and take a bite.
Yeah.
Cut into it, I eat it. I'm like, it's a bit tough. But I'm also thinking it's schnitzel and chips. We're doing the UKG brunch at the top of a mountain. I'm not expecting gourmet level food here. Yeah. It's going to be food that they have cooked and they heat it up and so on, and we have to eat. I'm skiing at the same time. I eat it. Later on, I go back home to my hotel. My stomach is doing gymnastics. The next day, like, it comes out of my system, like, oh my God, I'm in pain. The next day, I go up to the same hut. It's called Ahornhütte. The Ahorn is the name of the mountain, the hut. I go to the Ahornhütte and I said to them, yo, I had a schnitzel yesterday and I ordered the chicken one that's on your menu. And I think it might have been pork. Yeah. And I look at the menu and they say, I show them chicken. I speak to the man who's there and the man goes, oh, shouldn't have happened because we're actually out of the chicken ones. Oh. So the woman who took my order, and it's my fault. I'm fluent in German. So I should have spoken to her in German. But I'm conversing with everybody. I'm like, yo, yeah, what's up? Can I have a chicken schnitzel? Right? Yeah. And she's probably just taking out schnitzel, and so on. If I had expressed to her, can I have a schnitzel? Chicken schnitzel, please. But then be clear, but make sure it's chicken. I don't eat pork. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe she would have taken note of that. But I didn't say it. I just remember going up there, not ordering properly. And then, next day I come back. I'm like, Scheisse, I want to beat someone up right now. Throw someone down this mountain. Was it you? Oh, man.
Another toilet destroyed.
Yeah, man, it was looking like, was it you who put the pork on my thing? I looked at all of them. You lot, you're trying to, try for disrespect Rastafari, yeah? You try, yo, Ninja Man says, yo, try for perplex my tranquility. All right, what's next?
All right, this one's a bit of a weird one.
This is definitely a you topic.
Yeah. So I used to be a
CM Punk. I saw this.
Oh yeah,
CM Punk.
So I used to be a massive. I still am, kind of. I dipped in and out.
But you were Ruthless Aggression. Era, weren't you? Oh, I was Attitude.
Was you? Oh yeah. No, I was a
4
little
years
bit
older
attitude.
than you, innit?
Yeah,
so
I was a little bit of Attitude era.
I was through and through Attitude era.
Yeah.
Ruthless Aggression, I is when I started to tap out a little bit. Yeah. I used to catch up every now and then. Ruthless, like the eras, were owned by different wrestlers, right? Attitude, Stone Cold. Yeah. There's no two way about it. You could almost argue Stone Cold and The Rock, but it's Stone Cold. Rock seeped a little bit into Ruthless Aggression, but then he was getting so big and he had that medium period, which is all about him, SmackDown. Yeah. It's not an era, but he had the show based around him. But then you had Ruthless Aggression era, Cena, king of that era. Yeah. Right? We're in the PG era now.
I think
Reigns.
Yeah. Oh, Reigns, yeah.
It's Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
Between PG and Ruthless Aggression, Lesnar. But CM Punk was one of those guys who was, how can I describe him? He was almost like you see how Stone Cold was, where he had the up middle finger attitude to, like everybody put.
The establishment.
Yeah. CM Punk is that guy, but remember it was scripted with Stone Cold. Yeah. Like he had that attitude. He brought it to the table and then he rode with it afterwards. CM Punk had that, but that was being him.
Yeah.
Like the whole pipe bomb. Do you remember that?
I remember that so well. Yeah.
So, like, this is great. Anyway, CM Punk, WWE star, makes shock return at Survivor Series. They say it's a shock. I saw like hints of this coming back recently.
I think it was Survivor Series. Yeah, it was in Chicago, so there was like hints of it. But he was with AEW.
But yeah, he got let go of AEW. I think it was August.
Yeah.
Let me see. He was with so CM Punk. Does CM stand for Chicago Made?
Yes, it does.
Chicago Made, yeah?
Chicago Made, yeah.
All right. This guy is Live, Die, Chicago.
Yeah.
Right? Same way that Bret Hart, Live, Die, Canada. Edge, Live, Die, Canada. Yeah. Right? Some of these men live, die, like Austin, live, die, Texas. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they love, Chicago love Punk. They had Survivor Series at Chicago on Saturday night. It looked like a dope enough event. They had 2 returns that day.
Did they?
Yeah. But one overshadowed the other, obviously.
Yeah.
So CM Punk obviously came back and it was big news for everybody. Especially because 10 years ago, CM Punk did the pipe bomb where he was exposing the business and how he was saying how he wasn't looked after, the storylines were terrible. He was talking about Triple H. He didn't call him Triple H. He said, I'm talking to Triple H, you as Paul Levesque.
Yeah.
Right? Not Hunter Hearst Helmsley. I'm talking to you as the man that you are. You are an a-hole. You are this. He was basically exposing the business for being how terrible it actually is.
Yep.
Then he obviously gets fired, kicked out. Do you know how they kicked him out?
Who, Punk?
Yeah.
I know the story of when they did it.
Yeah.
I don't know how. Like,
They fired him, sent him a letter saying he's fired on his wedding day.
Oh, yeah.
So he got the letter while he was getting married, they sent him a letter. So you could understand he was doubly annoyed.
Yeah.
Right? But that's how they dealt with him. That pipe bomb was huge when it happened. I wasn't even watching deeply back then, but that pipe bomb, crazy.
Yeah.
Right? It transcended like WWE because it was like, wow, this guy's really exposing what's going on.
Yeah.
As a company. Anyway, for him to come back as Triple H, show me that picture. That picture was epic. You got to drop it onto the screen fully, bro. There you go.
There we go.
Him and Triple H. Triple H elaborates on negotiations to bring CM Punk back. Calls it mighty cold day in hell.
Cold caption. That's so sick.
Say again?
That's a cold caption because those two notoriously like hated each other, as you said. So like it's great.
They hated each other. They really did. Like the idea of it being a mighty cold day in hell, they're saying, I'll only ever come back when hell freezes over. It's that mentality. And evidently it did. Paul Levesque, a.k.a. Triple H, you got to give him credit. That man, he's one of the best people to take over WWE.
100%.
Because he knows the business. He's been in the business since the 80s.
Yeah.
He knows what wrestling fans want. He knows what wrestlers want. He's actually done it. Like Vince McMahon, his dad was the original WWF owner.
Yeah.
Right? Then it went to WWF. And then Vince McMahon Jr., who we call Vince McMahon now, took it over and he made it more commercial. But he's not been a wrestler. He's known the business. He's not been a wrestler. H knows the business. He knows what the people want. He knows what the wrestlers want. So once you got the money, once you got the brand, and you now need someone to go, let me fine tune the business. H, 100%.
Yeah.
Hunter Hearst Helmsley, Triple H. So yeah, man.
He did all his he obviously did NXT, didn't he? I think he like sort of got that into.
Oh, that was NXT's his baby.
Yeah.
And look what that done. The stars that produced, crazy.
Yeah.
And also when it came to integrating women into the WWE so integrally, crazy. Absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
Like it shot off so well. It's like some of their fights have seen more numbers than any others. And that's because H has been the one that goes, whereas Vince McMahon has been like the old guy trying to hold on to the business in the traditional old way. He likes his wrestlers big and meaty and 7-foot power slams, suplexes. Whereas H can go, that's great, but I can see how high flyers are lovely. Daniel Bryan, he's a high flyer everyone loved. They tried to hold him back for so long. CM Punk, like he was somebody who everyone loved. Yeah. And he felt like H was holding him back. And to be fair, him and H had their little rivalry. So it's good that they pieced it up. Scroll down, let me see some more, just so I can just see if there's anything I've missed on that. That video. Did you see the return?
Yeah, I saw it the other day. So sick.
The other person that came back that day was Randy Orton.
Oh, really?
You didn't even know, did you?
Didn't even know.
Bro, Randy Orton came back.
Yeah.
And then CM Punk returned.
Yeah. Wow.
No one... Like, Randy Orton has only been away for like a year and a bit.
Oh, come on. Like,
CM Punk's 10 years from WWE. They've seen him at AEW. But him at WWE, as soon as his music came on, The last time I saw an eruption like that, they call it a pop.
Yeah.
A pop like that where the audience go crazy, Edge when he returned at the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
That pop was insane. And because Edge's music, obviously, by Alter Bridge, Metalingus.
Nice, good knowledge, yeah.
So you can imagine when Alter Bridge, like, their song plays, and it's, you think you know me. What? As soon as that goes, everybody goes insane.
Yeah.
So when Edge came back, and he had to retire from wrestling because he had fused neck injury because of all the spears he was doing.
Oh, really? Oh, right. I thought it was like something with his knees. I didn't know if it was neck.
No, bro. Imagine all the spears you have to do. So when you
yeah.
do a spear, and remember, it's like your shoulder.
Yeah.
So you run, you take someone down shoulder. Edge is not like a natural meathead. He's quite tall. He's quite slim. He's like 6'2", something like that, but slim.
Yeah.
You take your force of your body going like that. It's crazy. The only other person I know that spears like Edge that much is Goldberg.
Yeah.
And Goldberg spears, he's going through you because he's meaty. He's got traps that cover every bone in his body. Edge don't have that. So all of that spears, he had to get fusion neck surgery. So he had to retire in like 2012 maybe?
Yeah. I think
something like that.
Yeah.
I remember everyone crying when that happened.
Yeah, man.
It was so sad.
There's been a few wrestlers that do retire. They do manage to come back. Like Daniel Bryan had the same issue as well.
A lot of them do. It's because it's all they know.
Yeah.
It's all they know. I was talking to Kiri Pritchard McLean about this. Shout out to her, man, on her radio show. I was doing an interview this weekend. No, not this weekend, yesterday. I was talking, and she showed me about, what would you, like, so I think the question was about what would you do if you were doing comedy or other things that you can use. I said, I'll be honest. I'm in this so deep now. One, I love it. And two, I'm so deep, like 14 years in, there isn't another way out.
Yeah.
There is. Let me not say that. Touch wood, I never have to find that out. Touch wood, I never have to find that out here. But I never have to find that out. But I would utilize other skills, putting on shows, talking about comedy, like podcasting, producing. I would lean into this heavy.
Yeah.
Right? But there is other ways out for me. Why would I, if this is what I love doing, I'm not going anywhere else.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Same with these man. These man only know, remember all the training they've done?
Yeah.
All the physicalities, all the way of like understanding how to read the audience, how to make sure you protect your opponents. All that, it takes a lot.
Yeah.
So you can imagine, a lot of these guys don't want to go anywhere. Punk lives for this.
Yeah.
He lives for wrestling. There are some men that live for wrestling or in their tenure lived for wrestling. So yeah,
I have to be honest. I listened to the podcast he did when he first left WWE, and he started slagging off the whole company.
Oh yeah, of course you're gonna feel that way.
Yeah, about like how like the place, like the ring's dirty, like there's people's blood on the canvas and stuff like that. How he caught some disease or something from it, and I was just thinking, like, I don't think this guy's ever gonna go back because I feel like he had some serious hatred, like.
But look how many people had that mentality that left and were never going to come back.
Stone Cold as well. He had,
Stone Cold had that for a bit.
Yeah.
Stone Cold had that because of an injury, though.
Oh, did he?
He wasn't protected and looked after properly.
Oh, right.
He was always going to come back. Stone Cold could not leave and not come back, I think. But he had an issue with McMahon, but they squashed that, sorted that out.
Yeah.
Bret Hart was never, ever, after the Montreal screw job, never going to piece it up with these man. And now him and Shawn Michaels have a good relationship.
Oh, they're good now.
It took Shawn Michaels is turned Christian now, and he's not the guy he used to be. So it took for Shawn to go down the road of being a better person, because he's not like everybody hated Shawn.
Yeah.
It took for Shawn Michaels to become a better person, change his life, cut the drinking and the drugs and whatever out of it, and be more balanced, and then him apologize for things that had happened. You understand?
Apparently there was a rumor, I don't know how true this is, The Rock refused to work with Shawn Michaels back in the day, which is why they never had a match together, because I think like he upset his The Rock's mum or something like that. I don't know how true that is, but I think it's actually true when I think about it. Like.
You can look that up, but I think it wasn't. There are people that that refused to fight each other. Like there were loads of people that never fought.
Yeah.
There's a channel that I used to be a part of, which is What Culture, and they have What Culture Wrestling, as you know.
Yeah.
Great for like content of like top 10 list stuff, right?
Yeah.
So if you go on their page, loads of these lists that I've seen had that like
top
wrestlers that didn't wrestle.
Yeah.
And why. People that, like 10 people that Undertaker liked, 8 people he hated. No, but Undertaker was considered as the chief of the locker room.
Yeah.
If there was something wrong and it wasn't to go to management, Taker's the one who's the judge.
Yeah. Oh, I heard about like fights backstage, and that Taker would always be the one to be like the judge or
to deal with it.
Yeah.
Taker would be the guy as well who'd say, "Look, you did this. You're owed a receipt."
Yeah.
You know what a receipt is?
It's where like, isn't it where someone hits you in the ring and like they catch you wrong or something?
He might catch you wrong.
Yeah.
If you're throwing your punches too hard. I'll tell you who got a really nasty receipt, which I thought was dope.
Yeah.
It was Brock Lesnar and how can I forget his name?
Alcoholic?
No, Bronson. What's his name? Bronson.
Oh, that guy.
Tall, big.
Braun Strowman.
Braun Strowman. Yeah. Not Bronson. Braun Strowman.
Yeah.
Because he's changed his name again. Braun Strowman. He threw his punches heavy at Lesnar.
Yeah.
Remember Lesnar's MMA fighter.
Yeah.
So Lesnar can take a beating. Lesnar was like, what? He gave it one swift ting to his chin and it threw Braun to the floor. Braun Strowman is like 7'2". Yeah. Throwing him to the floor is not easy. But that was the level of receipt. All right, why did Shawn Michaels and The Rock? Here we go. Never really did business with one another due to some animosity. Yeah. If you ever notice, when it was D-Generation X and Nation Domination, it wasn't until Shawn was out of DX that The Rock, when he was part of the Nation, and DX started to really do matches.
Yeah.
When Shawn was in it, never saw The Rock doing anything there. But Rock was too young then. But as soon as The Rock got the mic, he became like the face of like the Nation after Farouk just couldn't match The Rock. But let's have a look. Why is it that he never... Scroll down. What exactly the two... Shawn Michaels didn't treat The Rock well in his rise to the top of WWE, but Shawn did that to everybody, so that's completely understandable. Keep scrolling down. You could see in his face. Look at that.
So he was an alcoholic at this point.
Who, Shawn?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Shawn was... I don't know if it was alcohol or if it was other drugs. I don't want to put that on anybody, but I know he was having a rock star lifestyle, and he had to change that as well.
Yeah.
Here we go. Both Shawn Michaels and Triple H held intense dislike towards The Rock. Oh, according to Bret Hart in his autobiography, Michaels and Triple H held intense dislike to The Rock despite being bogged down by abysmal gimmick. Rocky Maivia was talented, and Michaels felt that he would take the place intended for his best friend Triple H. There was always that kind of energy where you felt like The Rock and Triple H, they're friends.
Yeah.
But back then, Triple H and Shawn Michaels would have looked at The Rock like, who's this black guy coming into wrestling?
Yeah, you just know, innit?
You could feel that energy.
Yeah.
Who thinks he is? And The Rock was like, he had it when he was younger. He looked good. He was third generation wrestler, not even second, because his father, Rocky Johnson, and his grandfather was Maivia.
Yeah.
That's why you got the name Rocky Maivia. His grandfather was a great Maivia. So he had 3 generations of wrestling. So you can imagine. I think his daughter, The Rock's daughter's wrestling now too.
Oh, really? The whole there's so much of his family in wrestling.
Oh yeah, all the Samoan family and stuff that you see.
Yeah.
4 generations that are wrestling. So you can imagine they're looking at him thinking, who's this superstar wannabe coming in? But he had it. And that was when The Rock wasn't talking, when he was Rocky Maivia. The moment he had the mic, gone.
Oh my God.
Gone. Nobody could talk better than him.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Him and Jonathan Coachman, I think, like, they were a great, like, or him and Michael, you know, when he just used to basically take the piss out of the announcer backstage.
Yeah.
Unbelievable stuff, that.
The Rock, the car's getting into our wrestling bag. Yeah. I want to give a shout out to my friend Sakisa as well. She just started, she's just recently, a few months, started a wrestling podcast. I need to get the name of that podcast. And she needs a big up. Her and the team that do that, the comedians that talk about podcasting, check that out when you can. Sakisa is Sikisa. She goes in when it comes to talking about wrestling.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah. I have a love for it from a nostalgic era. She still goes to wrestling matches.
I respect
and
that.
She's even wrestled herself.
Oh, really? I tried a wrestling class. That was not good.
So I've done proper wrestling at school, grapple wrestling.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah. Not like the showboaty stuff where you see like, throwing couches and stuff, like grapple wrestling.
Yeah.
It's not fun for a lot of people to watch, headgear and everything.
Oh, no.
But I was good at it. Here we go. I'm telling you, when it comes to The Rock, you gave him the mic, gone. Let me ask you this. I'm going to ask everyone else this. Because I saw on Shannon Sharp, his podcast that he has, name's gone out of my head what it's called. He had Ric Flair on it recently.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Firstly, some of these older guys, Ric Flair is looking tender. And did you see McMahon recently as well?
Yeah.
These men are looking tender.
It's crazy.
They are looking so fragile. McMahon, I know, had some health complications. I hope he's getting okay. Yeah. But they're looking rough and tender. Ric Flair, on his Mount Rushmore, he put Taker, undeniable. He put Austin.
Yep.
He put Michaels. And I don't think he put Hogan. I think he put... Was it Giant? I don't think he put Andre the Giant. It might... I don't think it was Hogan. It may be. Don't quote me. But I know from the newer era, after his peak, not peak, but after him in his prime era, which would have been 80s, he put Austin, Michaels, and Taker. And there were a few people like, what about The Rock? And he never put it on there. I don't think he said anything bad about The Rock.
Yeah.
But The Rock wasn't on there. And I get it. So I want to ask you, your Mount Rushmore of wrestlers.
Oh, wow. Oh,
Who's your Mount Rushmore of wrestlers? Who are your, let's say, top four? We'll go top four wrestlers.
All right.
I'm saying it because I saw when Ric Flair spoke about it. I want to know what your top four is.
Oh, mine's hard because the era, I guess, I watched, but Stone Cold, Undertaker, Kurt Angle.
You said my goat.
Yeah, I love Kurt Angle.
Keep going.
One more, I guess. I guess it's probably got to be John Cena now.
Yeah?
Yeah. I don't know, The Rock or Cena. I think that's probably the fourth one for me.
And how are you measuring this?
I guess on I don't know how they made me feel. I guess I don't know, something like that. I don't know. Like I would always stay out late to watch The Rock's main event, or I don't know. Now I've got Triple H in my mind. Now, it's tricky. There's a fourth spot I just can't feel. I don't.
Okay.
What about you?
Stone Cold.
Yep.
Taker.
Yep.
Everyone's Rushmore is going to be quite similar. I'm going to go all-rounder. I'm not going to just go on technical ability. I'm going to go all-rounder, which means I can't put... Angle's great, but I can't put Angle in there.
Oh. Yeah.
Because there's so many great faces and names that just give a different feeling of watching them wrestle. Taker and Austin are definitely two of them. I have to put The Rock. Just his in-ring ability was a 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
He was good. He could do the business. He could sell as well. But my God, he could speak. Austin, Taker, Mankind, 98 Hell in a Cell.
Oh my God.
98 Hell in a Cell. When he threw Mankind, that made world news.
Yeah.
He threw him off of a Hell of a Cell and Mankind got up and then he threw him through the cell. And then afterwards he chokeslammed him onto thumbtacks, all on his back. Everyone tried to replicate that, but Mankind doing that. But as much, and I can't put Mankind on there because he's so dope, but Mankind was very good at being the pinata.
Yeah, the pinata, yeah.
Who's my fourth on that list? Because Taker, he had some matches. When I used to watch Taker versus Kane.
Oh, yeah.
Or Taker versus Michaels, or Taker versus anybody. And the fact Taker's persona, you believed he was the dead man.
Yeah. I even liked Bad, what's it called? American
Badass era.
Yeah.
All right, let me go with who gets it after. I can't give you there's so many that can go in the fourth.
Yeah.
So many could go in the fourth. Who's going to be in the fourth of that? I'm not going to say Michaels. Michaels was dope, but I think I'm just missed the Michaels bit era.
Yeah.
I can't say H either. This is a tricky one. And I know some people don't care, but I don't care, you don't care, because I know that deep down inside there's a part of you that also loved a wrestler. I'm going to say like Tasha Michinoku, am I? Well, Taka Michinoku. I'm not going to say... It's got to be someone who meant something deep to me at the time. I'm not even going to say Edge. Edge was ruthless aggression onwards to me. But Attitude Era... Oh, gosh. I can't pick Taker and Kane. It's Taker of the two for me.
Yeah, I agree there.
Rock, Stone Cold, Taker, and... Sheesh. This is going to be a controversial one.
No, I want to hear it.
Vince McMahon.
Wow, okay.
Not as a wrestler,
Yeah.
but as a heel.
Oh, yeah.
Vince made you hate him.
Yeah.
He was so good at being Stone Cold's heel, turning people against him, making the corporation.
Yeah.
Vince. I'm going to go Vince McMahon because without Vince, there's no Stone Cold middle finger up to the system in the way that he was. No. Stone Cold went like one of the biggest things Stone Cold ever did was beat the boss up.
Yeah.
You have to have a boss that's so reprehensible that when Stone Cold beats the boss up, you're like, thank you. The moment he stunned him. Because I remember Vince McMahon brought in Mike Tyson.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. WrestleMania 17.
Yeah. He brought in Mike Tyson. He brought in the corporation to stand around the ring when he was fighting Triple H or The Rock or whoever. And the moment Stone Cold looked at Vince and gave him that first middle finger, and then stunned him, the uproar in that auditorium, and to build up that level of hatred is an art form.
Oh, yeah.
It's an art form. So I might give that for that era to Vince, not as a wrestler, but as the catalyst that made Stone Cold be so loved. You had to be so reprehensible.
Yeah. No, that's a wicked
It's a
shout.
tricky one, but do you see what I'm saying? No one's ever thought about that.
No, it's a very good point. Yeah.
And on technicality, and like the technical ability, angle. Nah, I won't do that. Technical ability. In terms of wrestling technical ability. Angle, Bret Hart. Oh, it's hard. If Owen lived, I might have gone Owen Hart than Bret Hart.
Yeah.
If Owen lived longer and he was great, but he was always in Bret Hart's shadow. But Bret was perfect at his wrestling ability. I'm not even going to go as old and say Mr. Perfect because that's old going back Mr. Perfect. But I won't say him. Bret, Angle. Who else was technically fantastic? Go on, give me another.
I know one, but I can't say him because he's kind of dampened his
AJ Styles?
Nah. Oh, AJ Styles is a good one.
Yeah.
Chris.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he was
Chris,
good.
oh, no. So I'll be very clear about this. Chris Benoit was a fantastic wrestler.
Yeah.
Doesn't excuse what had happened and what he had done afterwards. Like, come on, we're the Respectfully podcast, right? We're going to say stuff which is disrespectful. We can. That's not disrespectful. You said what you said. Like, he was a fantastic wrestler.
Yeah.
But his name is persona non grata at WWE because of what happened.
They took everything.
Everything with him on there because of what had happened. Took everything off there. Write that down because I said that word as well. But yeah, but as a wrestler, maybe Guerrero actually.
Yeah.
Rey Mysterio. Do you know why I give Guerrero more than Mysterio? Guerrero had a bit more strength. Mysterio was a high flyer, still is. Right? But the Guerrero could pick up as well. I don't know. Who else would I say was great technically in terms of their wrestling ability? Angle was just high flyer, super strength.
Yeah.
Like, he would grapple you. He'd throw himself off the top of a cage.
Yeah.
He'd flip. He would pick. He could angle slam Big Show like it was nothing.
Yeah, that was sick.
It was crazy watching him do that.
Jericho's
a great wrestler. And he was a great mic performer as well. War is Jericho. Raw is Jericho. I remember that when he came back. There were so many good wrestlers back then, but I can just hear like the women just like turning right off on this. So. Unless they're wrestling fans themselves. But the ones that are like Aurie, we like you because Vybz follows you. They've now gone, we're dried up now.
Sorry.
That's all right, no problem. Come on, what's next?
Right, I don't think I've got anything else really, unless you've got anything.
No, I saw what you had put up. Black Friday stuff.
Oh, yes.
We're being scammed.
What, you think Black Friday's a scam?
100%.
Yeah?
I saw a video of Target. Now, this is your state, so it's different, but in Target, people were going into Target and they had the little signs that show Black Friday prices.
Okay.
But you pull the sign out and you can see the price behind it originally.
Right.
Pulled it out.
Yeah.
The previous ticket behind it was the same price. Sale.
Oh, okay. Wow. Right.
There's a trick. There's marketing in it.
Yeah.
Black Friday, it's a big marketing trick. I also learned that what they do with a lot of the products, a lot of I didn't learn this. I knew this a long time ago, but how blatant it is now. A lot of the products that they can't sell that are like previous seasons. So like a television, we don't think of TVs of having a 2003 Samsung QN whatever 85A television. But there will be a QN85 and a QN95. The 85 is the 2022 series. The QN95 might be the 2023. What they'll do is they'll go and put the previous season on, and that previous season will say Samsung, 8K, 120 hertz, 65 inch.
Yeah.
That's all the people care about. The technology that they have behind them, they'll put the listings of some of the stuff. It does this, it does that. But you won't know that that's the 2022 version. Yeah. In 2023 that they're selling to you. They'll put that up for the day. Black Friday sell that.
Oh, I see. Oh, almost like you're trying to sell you an iPhone 14, like in an iPhone 15 era.
That's exactly what they do. But it's more blatant with the iPhone 14.
Yeah.
People do it with iPhone 14s and it's okay because if you've gone from an iPhone 14 to a 15, it's not that big a jump. I've got a 15 now. I went from a 13 before.
Yeah.
It's a big enough jump. Bezel slightly different. Where the camera is, it's got that little pop bubble at the top bit. It's different. Gives me enough of a feel and it's a lot lighter as well. Yeah. So it gives me enough of a feel like it's a different phone. But there will be people that don't care about not having the newest one, see that you can get an iPhone 14 for 35% off the line rental if you go to one of the phone shops, and they'll get that one. That makes sense because they'll still sell the 14s and Black Friday deals, especially around this time because the iPhone 15 just come out. So the 14s are still available. That I get. But with the TVs, they're doing that as a discount though. That it's cheaper to get the 14 or get the 15. The TVs now, they're doing it and they're selling it like it's still the same new televisions that you had before because the spec is the same as the latest model, but there might be slight differences. The software might be a bit different, etc. So you go to these stores, you say, 8K Samsung television, let me get that. What, for £3,000 when it was £5? It was £5 when it came out last year. The new one is £5. The old one is £3 for Black Friday. And then you'll see it go back up in price tomorrow because they'll put the 5 back. And they'll put the 2023 model back. Oh. A lot of stores have been caught out for it now. Yeah. It's so bad. It's so bad. Amazon do good deals, but only on stuff which is like their own brand. Yeah. But it's all refurb stuff. Not all of it. Let me not say that. Yeah. Yeah. It's refurb stuff. I don't like if I was to sell back my Alexa devices, Amazon could take them. Did it pop up? No. Oh, I was going to say. Yes, Aurie. I'm always listening. So here, you're saving. Look, watch this. Here we go. You're saving $1 on this TV. Shopper exposes how Black Friday deals on Amazon are a scam. Whoa. In the past, Black Friday was thought as a day with incredible deals, images, people lining up outside stores, blah, 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 blah. Scroll down. Nowadays, there's much less enthusiasm around Black Friday. And it turns out that some of these too good to be true deals may just be that. Here we go. You may be surprised to see a discounted TV 36% off. In the video, 1.1 million TikTok viewers were saying this TV is supposed to be 36% off. But that's not the case. The 56-inch TV is supposedly 36% off, he explains. The TV is now listed at $289, reduced from $449, which technically used to be $449. It wasn't always $449. This is the point I'm making. It's already gone down in price before, like 2-3 weeks before, maybe even a couple months before. But what they do is they go Black Friday sale and they show you the same sale price, but they remind you how much it was when it first come out.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man, capitalism is just crazy. And they don't care. People will notice this if they really pay attention. But all you have to do is go, I need a new TV. 36%. Oh, let me go grab. I didn't buy anything for Black Friday this year. I bought my TV a couple of years ago, Black Friday, but I needed a TV for my house.
Yeah.
That was the main reason. I had a small one.
Deal. Yeah.
Say again?
Not because it was a Black Friday, just because you needed a
Well,
TV.
Black Friday's around my birthday anyway, normally.
Yeah.
So all the deals coming up to it. So I treated myself to a new TV. Plus, the deal was up there for a nice 8K TV. So I'm getting that. It looked good. It came. What it was. I checked the spec because I'm a techie.
Yeah.
The TV was the previous year. Didn't mind it because the one that came out this year was only a month old. $3,000 more. I said, nah, brother. Give me the old one. It's still 8K and it's still dope. Right?
It'll last you 10 years, did you say?
Say again?
That will last you 10 years.
That TV will last me, unless they start doing 16K at some point. But right now, we're not even playing games at 8K too tough.
Yeah.
Not even playing games at 8K in general on our consoles.
So, got a TV that still ain't even 4K. Like, this
is it. Your TV's not 4K?
No, my TV's 4K, but there's not like, channels, for example, like you've got Sky or BT. Or
unless you got like Sky 4K or whatever it is.
Yeah. There's not very few channels.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, but my one came with a phone and it came with a soundbar. I sold both of them.
Oh, sick, yeah.
So I was going to buy a TV which was 1,800, I think. And I paid 2,799, so another 1,000 on top. But I got a soundbar and I got a flip phone.
Oh, right.
As soon as I got them, instantly sold both of them.
Yeah.
For about £800.
Yeah.
Together, which meant I paid about $2 for my TV.
Nice.
Which was £200 more than the other TV I was going to get, but the other TV wasn't 8K. It wasn't. It was 120 frames at 4K, which my one can do as well. But also, it was what are they called again? You got LED screens, and you've got. I can never remember the name. It's like ultra black screens as well.
Oh.
But they're not backlit.
Yeah.
They are so crystal clear in video games, but they're not backlit. My one is backlit, which means the blacks and the lights are slightly not as sharp on a regular TV, but because my one is the one that it is, it's super. So it was my birthday present to myself, and I wanted it, and I needed a new TV for the house. So when I bought, because I moved to a new house, new wall, new big this, big that, I said, if I'm going to have this, I might as well put the TV up and get a nice telly. And now I've got like basically a cinema in my room.
Yeah.
You've seen it, so you know exactly what I'm saying.
Good.
Yeah, man, these prices are scamsters, man. Don't get tricked on Black Friday, ladies and gentlemen. Honestly, don't. Go to places that actually do discounts for Black Friday. Look at their original prices. And another trick, only buy what you need. Don't buy what you don't need. If you don't need a new TV, leave it.
I'm guilty of that. I literally see, maybe I do need, nah, leave it.
Have you bought anything for Black Friday?
No, I didn't, but I was tempted. I saw you go on Amazon's homepage or whatever, it just comes up like, Black Friday deals. Don't really need it, but it does look good. So I'm a sucker for that sort of stuff.
I kind of go for the stuff which is like, what can I say? Like cables. Like anchor docks. Not docks, anchor charge plugs.
Yeah.
There's one that I ordered that I know I want because it's great. It's an anchor charge plug. You plug it in and it has 3 USB ports, USB-C. And you can plug the little cables in, you can charge your phone, charge whatever, and charge whatever. It's also got the wireless bit at the top that you can put your phone on. So it's like a QI charger, but magnetic. And it is super powerful. It's one of the ones that put out, I think, 100 watts. So it will charge my laptop via USB-C. So I could just plug my laptop into that plus everything else. The amount of times I'm on the road, touring or whatsoever, that's perfect for me because I only have to bring that rather than bringing my laptop charger and then bring in another plug to plug into this and then into that. Just one thing with a couple of cables hanging out, that's me sorted. So I got one of them. But those I paid attention to for a minute. That one went down by like 35% from what I saw it a couple months ago when I wanted to get it initially. So I was all right with getting that. But when it comes to the big stuff, like a Nintendo game or Switch or whatever, their discounts are not going to be the greatest for Black Friday. They hold so much value. So anyway, you said that's us at the end, isn't it?
Yeah.
No worries. Guys, just another reminder. Did I tell them what we're doing with the pod and cutting the bits and
No.
All right, let me tell you lot now. So, ladies and gentlemen, this will be the last pod that everyone gets completely from top to bottom, completely open and free. And I'll tell you why. We're not charging you. We don't want your money unless you want to give it to us. What we will be doing, though, is we'll have the episodes. Some of them we have it like 2 hours long, 2.5 hours long. It's a lot to cut up and edit and so on. But we still want to give you free bits. Loads and loads of the content. They may be like an hour and so of the juicy bits that you get of like the topics that we talk about. But after that, where we get some good bits at the top and the bottom where we might be vulnerable and all of that and all the real, like when Mick last week talked about like his kids and swearing and stuff. Those bits are juicy. They're worth something. Not a lot, but worth something. You know what I mean? And what we're going to be doing now is we've got our Patreon. Patreon is basically a platform that you can support us. We have a whole room we got to keep funding. The lights got to get paid. We don't do this getting paid right now. We don't see any money from this. All we get is maybe a couple of likes on different platforms, but we do it for the love of wanting to give you content. But we have to keep the lights on. We have to always as well make sure that Trudge, who's going to do the heavy lifting from now on, because I'm done. Trudge comes in here and he leaves.
Yeah.
I'm done.
I just press
He's
a
got to
button.
be doing all the editing from now on, right? We've got to be able to make sure we fund each other properly. Right now, we're doing this out of love because we want to make sure you get content. We want to make sure that you get to see us. But we got to build it up. So what we're doing now is we are opening up our Patreon. If you go to Aurie Styla on Patreon, we'll be putting up the clips for the Respectfully podcast on there, but the entirety of the episodes. So we're on a regular platform like your podcast platform, Spotify, Apple Music, etc. You'll get like a nice chunk of an episode. You'll get maybe an hour and a bit and so on, which is juicy. But if you want the full episode, if you want to know the stuff that we may not even want to discuss because it might be a bit too much to discuss, we'll put it on Patreon. Put it behind that paywall because we want you guys to keep supporting us. We want to keep putting out nice long form videos and long form audios and stuff. But we have to do it on platforms where you can go here. We're supporting. It might be like £3 a month. That ain't nothing. That's for like full, what could easily be like 2 hour episodes once a week at the beginning. That's 8 hours of content. £3.
The price of a meal deal, come on.
This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying.
Less than a meal deal, actually.
This is what I mean. Even better than that. Anytime we do any additional bits, there is some stuff we've got planned. Like during the tour, I'm planning on doing something. I don't want to say too much, but let's just say we won't only be recording in one room. I'm going to be doing that. That's all going to go on Patreon. That's not going to be on the open platforms for everybody because it's special, and that's you lot are special, the ones that want to sign up and keep supporting. There's going to be other bits as well. For example, I might do one-to-ones where there are people I want to catch up with, dope people, and they might want to get open and vulnerable. Not just my regulars like your Mix or your Malices or your Marcuses, who they'll keep coming back. We're talking about people that I might really get down and have a big, big conversation with. I might put a little bit up somewhere on YouTube and that. But for the full content, you got to go onto the Patreon. So we are doing that. Patreon.com/ I believe it's Aurie Styla. That's what I'm just telling you not now. We're going to advertise it heavy in terms of on this podcast with like all the banners and the borders and so on because me and Trudge are going to have to sit down and really get through the nitty gritty of it. And then once it's all done, we'll make sure you see all the animations for it. But right now, that's where we're going as of December onwards. We want you guys to be able to get full content, plus the juicy bits, plus clips as well on YouTube. We will give you loads and loads of free bits. But when it comes to like the longer stuff, we need to start developing ways because podding don't pay no one. Some people get paid because they got Patreon. Some people get paid because of sponsorships. Right now, like you lot know me, I'm showing love to these, to Cracked and to Extra Man because I love the content that these guys create. For me to continue doing that, sponsors might come in at a later point, but right now it ain't here. So we need to make sure we if I get 10 people that get to Patreon and pay £3 a month, you know what? That's £30 a month. It's more than what we're getting paid. Oh my gosh, sorry. Much more than what we're getting paid right now. £30 a month is like £31 more than we're getting paid right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, it's cost £1 every show. Whatever it costs. But yeah, we're going to start doing that. You're going to start to see how our content is a lot more streamlined. It's going to be a lot more going on, a lot more fun as well. The Respectfully podcast, we're going to keep it going. Trudge, anything you want to say?
No, man, I'm got nothing else, really. Just watch out for me on the circuit again. That's all I can say.
I told Trudge, I asked him about when Doghouse was, and he was telling me it's the date that it is. And I said, you know what, I might pass through because I'm free. I said, who's booked it? He goes, I haven't booked everyone yet, but so far we got A, we got B, and so on. And then I'm thinking, I just done told him I'm free, innit?
Oh.
But he never phoned.
No.
That's fine. I know when I'm not wanted, innit? It's okay. I know when no one wants
I
to
didn't even put 2 and 2 together there.
Nah, you wouldn't, would you?
Nah.
You wouldn't, would you?
Right, there was me thinking, let's give this guy
you wouldn't. I'm busy now, innit? How about that? I don't even know. It's 18th of December?
16th.
16th of December.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I'm busy. If I am, who knows, innit?
For flip's sake.
Who knows, innit? I know what it is. Ever since I said what I said to you and Tom, both of you don't want me on the show no more.
Never. Bro, always welcome. Always welcome.
You might say that. Tom might have a difference of opinion.
Maybe. No.
He does. He fully does.
Nah, he wants you to come back. Like, I always said, like, Aurie would like to come back, like, at some point. And it was, yeah, man, just get him on. All right. Cool.
Okay.
But he's got a tour coming up, so we might have to fight the dates here. But yeah.
I think once he gets to December, are you doing one in January?
Yeah, should be.
Once he gets to December's like my last month, I know that I'm definitely free.
Yeah.
With the dates I am. 2024? I'm yawning now. I'm so sorry. That's so rude. I'm yawning now thinking about how tired I'm going to be. That's bad. But yeah, guys, make sure you follow the Respectfully podcast on social media, particularly Instagram, Respectfully Pod. Make sure you follow me at Aurie Styla, AURIESTYLA. Follow Sam Trudge at Sam TRUDGE. We are Respectfully Pod. We are out of here. Peace.
Respectfully.